Sorry, Jan. Yes, Ken.
Gemini. G2G. Finding the path from knowledge to wisdom. That's actually the perfect way to frame what we're looking at today.
It really is,
Yeah.
because that gap, the one between just having information and actually using it, that's what this is all about bridging.
Exactly. I mean, think about the last couple of years in AI. It's been all about what we could call the old world of retrieval.
Right. Retrieval. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. It's a search engine on steroids, basically.
It's a very impressive search engine, but it's fundamentally passive. You type, it retrieves text. The real work, the execution, is still on you.
I call it the smart librarian phase. It brings me the book. It might even summarize the chapter, but I still have to write the actual paper.
Precisely. The burden is on you. But the shift we're seeing now is, well, it's the move from retrieval to execution. We are entering the world of active multi-step agents.
And that's where this new Google architecture comes in, the Gemini Super Gems.
That's it. Powered by an engine they're calling Opal.
Opal. Okay, shiny name. But let's get real for a second. What does execution actually mean for someone listening who, just uses this stuff to write emails?
It means the AI stops being your chat partner and starts being your software engineer. It doesn't just give you text anymore. It builds you a functional, visual, multi-step mini app to solve your problem.
Whoa, hang on. Build you an app is a massive claim. That sounds like I need to know how to code.
And that is the barrier that's just disappeared. This is the whole no-code revolution, but with a twist. It's no code, just voice.
Okay, no code, just voice. So I just talk. I describe a problem in plain English, and it figures out the logic.
It figures out the logic, the syntax, and even the user interface. Let's use a real example from their documents. A user says, build a travel planner that takes a flight ticket PDF and adds it to my calendar.
Okay, simple enough. In the old world, the AI would just tell me, sure, upload the PDF and tell me the dates. It makes me do the work.
Right. The administrative burden is back on you. But the Opal engine hears that and thinks, wait, this isn't a text answer, this is a process.
And it just starts building.
It auto-generates a workflow. It creates an input to accept the PDF. It writes the logic to parse all the messy flight data. And then it creates an actual UI, like a button, to add it to your Google Calendar.
So it's spun up a custom piece of software for that one task right in the moment.
It built the machine while you watched.
Great.
Because it understood the goal, not just the words.
I really want to get under the hood here. Because it builds a machine is a great line, but how? You mentioned something called a constellation workflow.
Yeah, and it's more than just a marketing term. A normal chatbot conversation is just a straight line, right? A to B.
Yeah, back and forth.
Constellation workflows break that. They use nodes. Think of it like mapping out a process on a whiteboard with sticky notes.
Okay, I can picture that.
There are basically 3 types of sticky notes. First, the input node.
The raw materials.
Yeah.
Text, pictures, files.
Exactly, the eyes and ears. That data then flows to the process node. This is the brain. This is where the AI model actually thinks, analyzes, and connects the dots.
And then from there?
It goes to the output node. And this is the key part. The output isn't just a chat bubble. It can be a Google Doc, a spreadsheet, a whole web page.
So input, process, output. It's a digital assembly line.
A very fluid one. And because it's Gemini, it has what they're calling multimodal mastery. It can see, hear, and read all at once.
We hear multimodal all the time, but this sounds different.
It is. It means it can analyze frames in a video, listen to an audio file, or even read handwriting on a recipe card. It treats them all like native languages.
Okay, you have to stop there. The recipe genie example in the research. That one really caught my eye.
It's the perfect I have a problem right now scenario, isn't it?
It is. It's 6 p.m. I'm staring into my fridge at like half an onion, some cheese, and a questionable bell pepper. I have 0 ideas.
And normally you'd Google recipes with onion and get buried in food blogs.
Oh, the worst. My grandmother's story about this onion. Just give me the steps.
Exactly. With a super gem, the input is just a photo of your fridge. You snap a picture. That's it.
And the process node just figures it out.
The process node uses computer vision, identifies the ingredients, and cross-references a recipe database. But then, and this is the amazing part, it uses image models like Imagen to actually visualize the steps for you.
So it doesn't just tell me chop the onion. It shows me.
It shows you. And the final output is an interactive mini app, a checklist you can follow along with. It's a custom cooking app built just for you right now.
That's genuinely useful, but I have to be the skeptic for a second. Automation tools exist. I tried using Zapier, Make, things like that. Why is this different?
That is the key question, and the answer is complexity and cost. Have you ever actually tried setting up a multi-step workflow in one of those.
Yeah. I think I spent an afternoon trying to figure out what a webhook was, and then my free trial ran out. It's not for normal people.
It's not. And it's expensive. To get the really powerful features, you're paying 50, maybe $100 a month.
So what's the deal with Super Gems?
It's just free. It's built into the Google ecosystem. They're basically democratizing webhook level power and giving it to everyone.
That completely changes the game. If it's free, I don't need a huge business reason to automate something. I can just automate the little annoyances.
You can automate the trivial, which leads to this idea of disposable software, but we'll get to that. First, let's talk about work, the storyboard director case study,
Right. This one felt like it was for the marketing teams.
or anyone with an idea who hates the planning part. You give the gem a simple prompt like 30-second coffee ad concept.
Just that.
That's the seed. The process node then acts like a film director. It doesn't just write a script. It generates a shot list. It decides on camera angles. It figures out the pacing.
It's structuring the creativity for you.
And the output isn't a text file. It pushes all of that into a perfectly formatted Google Sheet. You go from a vague idea to a production-ready document in seconds.
That's the difference between asking for help and hiring a production manager.
Exactly. Let's look at another one, the content amplifier. This is for anyone who creates content.
Oh, yeah. Repurposing content is the absolute worst part of the job.
It's such a grind. You make one video, and then you have to turn it into a tweet thread, a LinkedIn post, a newsletter.
And the tone has to be completely different for each one. You can't sound like a corporate robot on Twitter.
Precisely. So here, the input is just the video transcript. The process node analyzes the core ideas, but then it splits the logic. It thinks, okay, for LinkedIn, I need to be professional. For Twitter, I need to be punchy.
It's context switching on its own.
And the output is a full content calendar. All the drafts ready to go. It's not replacing you. It's being your distribution team.
Okay, let's talk about the last case study, the interactive study companion, because that feels really relevant for our audience.
I think this one could fundamentally change how we learn.
How so?
Well, say you want to learn about the history of AI. You go to a long article and you just read it. It's passive.
And you forget 90% of it an hour later.
Exactly. With this gem, you feed it that URL as the input. The process node reads it, but then it switches into teacher mode. It pulls out key facts and turns them into questions.
So it's building a quiz for you.
It builds an interactive app with quizzes and flashcards. It forces you into active recall. It's the difference between reading a textbook and having a tutor drill you on it.
These are amazing, but I can already hear the power users screaming. They're thinking, this is great, but I don't want a black box. I want control.
And they should. That's where the advanced editor comes in. This is basically God mode for Opal.
Okay, so what can I actually control in there?
You can get super granular. For every single node in the workflow, you can do model selection.
So I can choose which AI brain is doing the thinking for each step.
Exactly. You can use a pro model, which is slow and powerful for complex reasoning. Or you can pick a flash model that's super fast and cheap for simple tasks.
So for the recipe genie, I'd want Flash.
Oh.
I'm hungry. For a legal contract analyzer, I'd want Pro.
You got it. You can also do prompt engineering at the node level, so you can give very specific instructions to step 3 of a 10-step process.
Total control.
Total control. And you can customize the UI a bit, too.
That's huge. But what about personal context? An AI that doesn't know me is still just a generic tool?
That's the final piece, knowledge integration. It connects to your Google Drive and Notebook LM.
So it can read my stuff?
It can read your past work to learn your writing style. It can reference your company's brand guidelines. It delivers context-aware responses. It stops being a stranger and starts being a teammate.
And if I build the perfect teammate, can I share it?
Yep. They're building a GEMS marketplace, and it's based on 3 ideas: share, remix, and collaborate.
Remix sounds interesting. Like a song.
Exactly like a song. I build an amazing travel planner. I can share the link with you. You can use it, but you can also remix it. You can open it up, see my logic, and say, okay, I like this, but I want the output to be an email, not a calendar invite.
So we're building on each other's work. It becomes a community of tool builders.
That's the vision. And Collaborate lets whole teams standardize on the same gems to make sure work is consistent.
It's incredible. The line between having an idea for a tool and actually having the tool is basically dissolved.
The friction is almost gone. You have the engine, you have the map.
So to bring it all home, what's the one thing people should do after listening to this?
You have to break the old habit. Stop treating AI like a search engine. Stop just asking it questions. Start giving it jobs. Look at the repetitive, annoying tasks in your week and ask yourself, Can I build a gem for this?
If you can describe it, you can build it.
That's it.
Before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something you said earlier, disposable software. That phrase has been stuck in my head.
It's a provocative idea, isn't it?
It really is. We think of software as this permanent, heavy thing. You buy Photoshop, you use it for years.
Right. Building software is expensive, so it has to last to be worth it.
But if I can build an app in 30 seconds just by talking, what does that do to its value?
The value of the code itself drops to near zero. The only thing that matters is the utility in that specific moment.
So you could build an app just to solve one problem you have right now. Use it for 5 minutes to plan one specific trip, and then just delete it.
And you wouldn't think twice, because you can just build a new, slightly better one tomorrow if you need it. It completely changes what a developer is.
In a world of disposable software, maybe we're all developers now, constantly creating and discarding tools as we move through our lives. Is the era of the true personal app finally here?
Something to think about. From knowledge to wisdom.
Go build something cool. We'll see you next time.